Hello everybody, Shadefire here, and today I'm just going to be taking a little bit of a look at BioShock Remastered, a part of BioShock the Collection, which comes with a remastered version of the first game, the second game, and the third game, as well as all their associated DLC. Now, on consoles, BioShock the Collection is just a $60, one-disc package, but on PC, if you owned either the first game or the second game on Steam, at least, you automatically got a free version, a free remastered version of either. That said, it sounds like the PC version does suffer from a fair bit of issues, especially on the technical side. It doesn't run as good even as the first game, despite not looking that much better. A lack of graphical options, which you can see here there's basically none. I don't know why that turned off. And it's got some issues. For example, if I try to tab out of this game, it will immediately tab me back out if I try to tab back in. Even if I close the game and relaunch it, immediately upon launching it will tab out and stay that way until I restart the computer. No amount of ending processes and restarting it will get it to work. Alright, so aside from looking better, there's a few new things here. There is a director's commentary. Oh, please don't just dump me directly into it. Which you actually unlock these by finding film reels in parts of the map. So, I don't know why it says I don't have any. Unless it erased my save, which is entirely possible, apparently. But I think that's actually just because I don't have a save loaded right now. There's the museum, which has a bunch of cut content, just kind of, placed around. Similar to that one Metro DLC that had a museum, or Metro Last Light DLC. There's also these challenge rooms, which are new and kind of a separate thing from the main game. It's just like, hey, here's this puzzle, try to solve it using just this gun, etc, etc. I haven't tried these yet, but those are a thing. So let's see. Okay, yeah, it didn't erase my save, which is nice. So, I've played a couple hours of this so far, and it is, it's BioShock. BioShock was a good game when it came out, and I don't think that's really a subjective thing. I think a lot of people really like BioShock. I'm sure there are people who didn't like it, but I don't remember a lot of people saying as much. And, people playing this who are not having technical issues are saying it's just fine. But of course, this was mainly designed as a console package to be like, hey, we made the game... Why am I a ghost? Oh, right, because I have a tonic that does that. So yeah, it's BioShock. It's like System Shock, but at the bottom of the sea. You've got guns, you've got plasmids, and you've got all sorts of crazies trying to kill you. So yeah, I'm a couple hours in here. I've just been, replaying it because I want to play through it once. I've only actually played BioShock once through back when it came out. So, I don't have, super detailed memories of it. Also, I don't think some of these textures have loaded in yet. And maybe that just doesn't look like that. Again, not everything looks great, but BioShock definitely has this sort of caricature art style that prevents it from aging as poorly as something meant to be realistic looking. Obviously characters have kind of a cartoonish look to them almost, with their proportions. And yeah, I think that definitely keeps it from looking as bad. But let's actually play the damn game and stop standing around.
Julie, my dear, I am trying to run a business here. You want to spend time with my honeybees? Well, I'm gonna have to start charging you for the pleasure. If I come out one more time and find you lolling out there amongst my hives, I'm grabbing my shotgun. As to your question, yes, my days in beekeeping school are a blur. But I do seem to remember something about that enzyme you keep blabbing on about.
I mean, Rapture is a really good setting, which is, of course, why they kind of needlessly brought it back in Infinite. Because they're like, hey, we made this new setting, but people like the old one better. Alright, shit's kicking off. Because not all the enemies play nice with each other. Yeah, there's a turret there. Oh, jeez. Let's see if I can remember how to switch plasmids. But yeah, so, it's nothing too drastically different. It doesn't look that much better, but obviously the lighting and post-processing is a little better. But it's pretty much just BioShock. I think it's just as fun to play now as it was then. The actual, gameplay style hasn't aged poorly. Another natural buff, but that's not that useful, so I'll keep what I have. Alright, so right now I'm just trying to collect various ingredients to save the trees in Arcadia, which is kind of the, the foresty place where they grow all of their air here at the bottom of the ocean.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
Fun fact, I didn't know that this vending machine is actually voiced by Ken Levine, the main designer. I guess you can't grab those over there. Oh, where did I go?
Have it your way. Slaves!
One thing that still isn't super great about BioShock, but it's just kind of the way these games are, is that the enemies are very spongy in terms of damage. Like you can see, I just wailed on the back of that regular leadhead splicer, and she did not really care that much. And I have the extra wrench damage buffs on too. At least I think I do. Combat tonics. Yeah, I got a wrench jockey on. It's probably a better wrench jockey, I don't remember. Is there a Big Daddy over there? Always did like that snapping your fingers to set people on fire thing. And we don't even need special ignition cloth for this. Alright, so we'll just play a bit of this area, I guess. But, if you've seen BioShock before, you've seen BioShock Remastered. It's really not that different.
Why stay on the sidelines? With the new Sport Boost line of investments can turn you
I also only played BioShock 2 once. I know everyone thought it was inferior. Got a tripwire here. But I mean, the gameplay was fine from what I remember. It's really just the story, which is basically all of the B team of Rapture, now that you kill everybody from the A team in this game. So it's like all the people who are less important that have taken over now that everyone else is dead. I wonder if this is supposed to be a play on Stolichnia vodka, which is Polish, if I remember? I don't know, Stoli's pretty good. It's no Crystal Skull, but it's also not $60 a bottle.
On my walk today, I had my first encounter with a pair of them. He, a lumbering palooka in a foul-smelling diving suit, and she, an unwashed moppet in a filthy pink smock. Her pallor was off, green and morbid. There was a rather unpleasant aspect to her demeanor, as if she were in an altogether different place than the rest of us. I understand the need for such creatures. I just wish they could make them more presentable.
And there's the man himself.
One of the children came and sat in my lap. I push her off. I shout, "Get away from me!" I can see the Adam oozing out of the corner of her mouth. It's thick and green. Her filthy hair hanging in her face, dirty clothes, and that dead glow in her eye. I feel hatred, like I never felt before, in my chest, bitter, burning fury. I can barely breathe. And suddenly I know. It is not this child I hate.
This game has a really good shotgun. Just walk up and... Especially with how spongy people are. Also, this game has a thing that not enough games still do. I mean, with all the sort of RPG elements that have slowly been inserted into FPS games over time, that have just kind of become the standard now, there's not enough games where upgrading your guns actually has a visual effect on them. Aside from like, oh, you can paint them pink! Alright, let's play some Pipe Dream here and hack this keypad. Okay, don't want those alarm panels. Just gotta get the goop from where it starts to where it's supposed to end. Shit. That there, that there, and that, and that. Oh. I just tried to press shift to sprint, remembering that there isn't a sprint, and I guess that's a weird quick adjustment menu. Okay, there's a Big Daddy. So, nope. I would like to fight that Big Daddy at some point in this video. I always hated these security alerts because there's no way to really deal with them aside from just killing the sentry bots, but they just spawn infinitely, so you're kind of better off just running away and taking the damage. Now the time ran out, they'll leave me alone. But yeah, I would like to try to take on this Big Daddy in this video. Again, we're not going to go too far in here or anything, because there's not really too much to show. I guess we can give one of those challenge rooms a shot, actually. Should probably do that, just to give you an idea what those are. Alright, I searched everything in here. Where was that guy sitting? Oh no, he was over here. Durr. Nope, not over here. Over here. Also don't know where that Big Daddy went. You're not a Big Daddy, or a little sister. But I'm gonna want to take out that camera, because I don't want to keep dealing with security alerts, and it's kind of in a bad spot. So let's just hack it. Alright. For ones like this, I prefer to reveal all of them, but with some of the faster ones, you can't really afford to. So we're going to want one of these, and one of these, and some of that, and a little bit of that. And I need one of these, that, and a... that, and there we go. Nope, never mind. For some reason I thought it was one over, but just do that. And do I have another down? Yes. Alright. So now it will spot enemies, and they will set off the alert instead of me. Sure, let's just hack everything. Hack the planet. So because this one is smaller, it's much faster, we have to immediately start diverting the flow. Oh, fuck. I need one of these. Well, that's shitty. This one is almost impossible for me to complete, but I can go around. I'm pretty sure these are always supposed to be solvable, but there was one point where, like, everything except for, like, one block next to where I started was blocked off. So it seemed like I was fucked from the beginning. And those are just random every time, so it's not like you know this path the second time through. If you guys are gonna hang around, you could at least have some neat stuff on you. Yeah, this is not exactly Half-Life. I can't just stack crates to get up there. But if I had gone from up there and dropped down, I would have been able to sneak up on this camera. Alright, where did that Big Daddy go? He's still around. I can still hear little sister. That turret? Yes. I was about to say, is that turret active? Don't hold something explosive in front of your face when you walk in front of a turret.
Children, with their very long needles, their tuneless songs, their ghastly errands, their ghoulish Frankenstein fathers, but we've all placed our hand on the great chain of endeavor. My hand is on it. Fontaine's is on it. We all pull it and are pulled by it. Yes, these children are an abomination. But it is not my hand alone on the chain that created them. No. Their little fingers were right there, next to mine.
I wonder if the Big Daddy will set this up. I don't think so. Oh, he's almost dead. Really? Did the little sister set it off? Let me just wave my hand at you, and now you're all better. You know, they really don't look that much better when they're human again. They still look creepy and cartoony. Like, the cartoony look doesn't really work for them. They just look freaky no matter what. That alarm must have been from the other camera that I hacked earlier. Ah, shit, I forgot that was there. But yeah, so you don't have to fight the Big Daddies. They're just sort of a option. Well, fuck that one. Fucking up at the hacking just makes you take damage, doesn't even set off an alarm or anything. But the Big Daddies are there basically to get you more powers, because if you choose to fight them, you can either harvest the little sister or help her, both of which will get you Atom, which is the currency that you use to buy more powers and upgrades for your powers. Harvesting her will give you more at once, but helping her will give you more overall throughout the game, as you get little care packages, every 3 of them that you save.
Andrew Ryan asks you a simple question. Are you a man or a slave?
I mean, a man chooses, a slave obeys.
Not these!
That's pretty much everyone's reaction. Ugh, not bees. We just killed Nicolas Cage. Killing me won't bring back your honey, but it's right here. Alright. I don't even think there's really story stuff to show here, because I still have to gather the enzymes and combine them. But yeah. So it's BioShock Remastered, it's BioShock, but slightly newer looking. And also, there's a few extra things. And if you just want a reason to replay BioShock, this seems like a decent enough thing. Though I don't think it's really worth it for the collection, because, you know, you can do more with the first game to kind of almost make it look as good as this without having to pay $60. And also, the collection comes with Infinite, which is not remastered at all. It's basically just, hey, we released it again. But I guess it looks slightly better on the console, since the last generation consoles couldn't do, you know, Infinite on max settings. But yeah, as a free thing, it's nice, but I probably wouldn't have bought this if it was something I had to buy. Alright, let's take a look at the challenge rooms, and then I think we'll just call it here. And of course it says, you know, hey, play the game first before you do these, because they'll spoil enemies and stuff. And there's only 3 of these, so they're not really that significant addition. And I don't even think there's any achievements tied to them, which, you know, you think there would be since it's new stuff, but whatever. So no weapons, new plasmids, beat a Big Daddy. Little sister at the top of the malfunctioning Ferris wheel. Let's just do the middle one. One thing I haven't played is the BioShock 2 DLC Minerva's Den, which everybody kind of said was a better self-contained experience than BioShock 2. And originally that's because you couldn't really get it with the Steam version of BioShock. You had to buy it through the Games for Windows Live Marketplace, which was a hassle and a half before, and more than that once it stopped working. But eventually they did actually release Minerva's Den on Steam, and again, if you had BioShock 2 when they released Minerva's Den, you actually got it for free. So I have it, and I have BioShock 2 Remastered / Minerva's Den Remastered, but I still haven't played it. So I might actually do a little playthrough of that, since it's a shorter, self-contained kind of BioShock experience. I think that might be interesting, and it's not directly tied into, you know, the events of the game or anything, so it doesn't require knowledge of BioShock 2 to play, so I don't know, maybe I'll do that at some point. Seems like it would be a neat thing. Alright, so we're on a timer, but it's counting up and not down, so I think it's more of a leaderboard thing. We don't have any weapons or anything to work with right now. Okay, there's a Vita chamber there, so to get in there, do I have to die? Because if I die, I should respawn in the Vita chamber. I wonder if that's the puzzle here. The question is, how could I kill myself here? I don't see anything that could damage me here. That's broken. Can't zap myself. I'm actually kind of puzzled here. I don't have any weapons or plasmids, so it's not like I can stand in the water and electrocute myself. There's a shotgun in there, but there's no plasmid. Is there a plasmid lying around somewhere? And wouldn't it be funny if I actually was supposed to start with a plasmid and this is just broken? Ah, there we go. And that respawns me in here. Just gets me a shotgun with 1 shot of electric buck, which you can also use for these. You don't just have to use your electric plasmid. Alright, so these are pretty clever. There is actually puzzle elements to this. And this is a new area as far as I can tell. There isn't a lot of places in Rapture that have this huge, tall spaces.
How dare you!
So it's a little sister, but she's not a little sister anymore. She's a post-little sister. Got some Eve hypos, but we still don't have a plasmid.
Stupid thing!
So I can't fight this lady because I have no ammo. Oh, she's dead anyway. Never mind. And she fixed it. Can I fit through here? No. You know, she was crying before, but she seems pretty indifferent all of a sudden. Oop. Is there not a down button?
One too many! One too many! One too many! One too many! Licorice isn't fried. It's pulled like taffy. Licorice isn't fried. It's pulled like taffy. Licorice isn't fried. It's pulled like taffy.
I guess I could just jump down.
Licorice isn't fried. Licorice isn't fried. Licorice isn't fried. It's pulled like taffy. Licorice isn't fried. It's pulled like taffy. Licorice isn't fried. It's pulled like taffy.
Okay, so this doesn't give us electricity, but we put out electricity when we take damage. So if we need to activate something, we just need to stand next to it and get hit.
Give it to me, you hear?
Okay, probably drop down there.
2 times 6 is chicken, Mr. B.
Instant piano prodigy splice. Alright.
Fire's always looking at me.
I recognize it, but the name's not coming to me. I was wondering if the piano would keep playing itself. Alright, so... I'm wondering if we have everything we need. I can gamble. Okay. Let's do this. So what do we got? Why do I get stuck in like slow mode when I crouch? Oh, control is walk, that's why. Forgot. There's no sprint, you're just kind of always running unless you're not. Because that made sense. So I could shoot this, or I could just get somebody to smack me next to it.
You don't smell like a winner. You're a nobody. Nobody.
Just get him to follow me over here.
Territory.
So I guess I probably just need to electrify this 6 times, using various sources of electricity. can't just get hit again, because that guy died when he hit me. We got all these Eve hypos, but we don't actually have a plasmid.
Sweetheart, maybe you should ask somebody else for advice.
My advice is don't ask me for advice. It's good advice to follow. I got here. I got a U-invent. We could make electric gel and trap bolt. Both of these things have electricity. But we don't have the weapons for them. Also, we don't have any of the parts. Okay, so there's more to this than I thought. I actually thought that there would be just this one room, and it's like, here's one puzzle, solve it. And it is, you know, one room, one puzzle, but there's, well, a lot of tertiary rooms required for solving said puzzle. Okay, we got another enemy here.
Yes? Don't you disrespect
Oh, she's got electricity on her own.
That won't work for long.
I can just get her to hit it. Okay, so her just standing there isn't enough.
Flophouse? Oh, where are you going? We can see you know.
So yeah, this is actually pretty cool. It's a bit more in-depth than I expected from these challenge rooms. I thought these were going to be just some dumb little throwaway, and well, I guess they still kind of are. But these definitely seem like they're worth playing once.
So, you have a plot picked out yet?
Alright, so now we got a plasmid. But it's telekinesis, not electrobolt, because electrobolt would be too easy. I'm trying to remember if this is a new track or not. It's probably not, but I don't remember it. Okay. Trap activated. Deploy electrical wires. Or if you can just, do that. As I remember, you can't pick these up. But again, I guess that would make it too easy if I had to have more than one of these things. Well, that didn't help. Yeah, these are cool. I'll probably play, you know, the 3 of these before I'm done with BioShock Remastered. Because I do plan to play through the whole game again. Not that it's super long or anything, but, you know, there are lots of games that I plan to play all the way through and still haven't after months and or years. Which, you know, 900 plus games is actually probably more games than anyone could ever play. I certainly know I will never get around to all of them, at least not in full, but I would like to attempt to play as many of them as possible.
Darling, is that you? You'll regret coming here. Mark my words.
I just wanted to bounce a tennis ball off her face.
Mice must have a boy set some traps.
So yeah, I just need to go around, collect all the crafting ingredients, and then I'll be able to make one shot of electrical gel and one shot of crossbow bolts, and that'll get me 2 more turns of the Ferris wheel, and I'm sure I can probably get this lady to give me another one if I get smacked by her. So yeah, you can kind of see where this goes. Let's, just one last thing. I'll show you what the director's commentary stuff looks like. It's basically just a long video. It's not like the Valve-style ones where you actually get moment-to-moment commentary based on where you are in the map, which is a shame because that stuff's pretty cool, and it's a shame that nobody but Valve seems to do that stuff. Alright, well, for some reason, it did not save the fact that I have 2 of these for some reason, but that's fine, I guess. But yeah, you collect a film reel somewhere in the level, and then you can watch a, like, 10-minute video of the guy from G4 TV talking to Ken Levine. I cannot remember that guy's name at the moment. Is it Adam Levine? No, not Adam Levine, it's Ken Levine, and I can't remember his name now. I think it's Adam something. But he's on G4, and then he's in lots of other game interviewing people things. But yeah, that's BioShock Remastered. It's $20 for BioShock Remastered, $20 for BioShock 2 Remastered, and like $60 for all 3 games together with all their DLC. And if you owned BioShock before, it's, I guess, worth giving this a try since it's free, but if you're somebody who didn't, but has played BioShock before, so if you... Like, I played BioShock originally on the Xbox 360, and I can't remember why I bought the PC version. Probably because it was on sale. That's usually a good enough reason if I don't plan to play a game. But yeah, so if you haven't played BioShock, it's totally worth it to play them. But if you have played them, and, you know, you don't have the Steam version or whatever, it's maybe not worth getting this just to replay it with less graphical options and not that much of a increase in visual fidelity. You know, just play the original game again. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire, this is BioShock Remastered, and I will see you again later. Who knows, maybe we'll revisit Rapture with Minerva's Den.